discussion of an exciting new feature, the query capability. If you'll notice that under the reporting menu item, you'll see the access to the queries. The queries are installed in a directory. If you follow it down, Mass Hunter Scripts, Quant Queries, and there's a selection there for you to choose from that will be expanded upon in the future. So let me go through what queries can do for you. First, it expands the existing products. Queries can be set up to save interactive steps. They can be customized if you have applied knowledge. In the demo, you'll see how you can navigate from Batch at a Glance using the queries. Once the queries have been created, they can be exported to Excel. They are very fast because they are dynamically compiled. Queries do have limitations if compared to, for example, Excel-based reporting. There are no graphics associated. There's considerably less formatting, and there's considerably more expertise that's required to customize queries. Okay, let's take a look at this batch, which has replicates, 3 replicates at each level. And the question that comes up is, can you give me some statistics on those levels? So let's take a look at the report menu and the query. And we have some choices. Let's choose the calibration metric. And what this will do is make a calculation for you at each level, the response factor and the relative standard deviation of those replicates. And you can go through here and take a look at the statistical nature of the stability of your response factor across your compounds, which can be very interesting. Queries that help us speed up monitoring quality metrics like outliers. In this case, I'm looking at the compound table view, and I can see several samples have triggered the matrix spike percent recovery outlier. So instead of looking through all the columns here, what I'll do is to run a query. Now the query is matrix spike recovery, and that's going to give me a list. And from this list, I can actually navigate to see the information. So let me look here through this sample and move through to observe what has triggered it high and low. And as I move through the next sample, you'll see that the graphics follow the query grid. And that's useful to look through whatever samples, compounds have triggered the outlier, increasing your productivity. Example. Again, going to the query, picking the query, looking at the grid, and navigating. So here I've got a whole series of replicate injections. And what I'm going to do is to query and calculate metrics associated with replicates. So again, I can look at average retention time and the relative standard deviation of that, and I've got a lot of metrics like area, height, symmetry, signal to noise, full width at half height maximum, and width. And then I can look through these and examine the graphics interactively. Last, I can also copy this or export this to Excel as a CSV file and do further analysis. Thank you for your attention.